Alright, so bunker corners. First of all, you want to make your bunker 5. That's just so you get the length that it matches up. If you try go any less than that, it's going to stick out and it's going to make it awkward. But you see, the first thing is, you see how this one doesn't go down here? So extend these ones out so you don't have to do stacking again, and just delete these. So this is the first bit. Now you can get that one on, plus these ones. They'll clip into it. So that's one of your first things that you need to do. You need to make sure that corner goes, and then you can fill in the rest of it as is. Now I see what you mean about the corners, because if they were just to hit this section here, they could take out your full line there. So there's a couple of ways we can deal with this. Now you can extend your stacking out and keep covering each side, so extend your stacking out on this side. And then extend it down. You'll have to do the same again. You'll have to delete to get it to match up to this point again. But the idea is that we need to take this corner HP to the same amount that it would take to get through your side walls. Now I don't necessarily do this most times, because most bunkers I build are just for treb defense, and it is a lot harder for a treb to hit a corner accurately. They'll mainly just go for the middle, and it'll spread between left and right and centre shots, so they'll never really get a good angle on your corner. But if you are building this on the ground, there is a couple of things that you can do. So I'll just go through 2, maybe 3 ways that you could counter it. Just stack out on this side if you need to. But now we've got this layout, so there's 2 ways you can do it. You can just reinforce each side to bring the HP up. You can do just basic honeycombing with walls. It's ugly, but all if you're just trying to bring the HP of your corner up, that is probably the best way to do it. You can do these with fence foundations as well. It doesn't have to be walls. It depends on your resource cost. So obviously these have got more HP, so you can do it with that. So these right now, it's like close to 600k. I can't remember if they've got 90 or 100k these. Maybe 100. So it's close to 600k. So you just need to make sure this corner takes the same amount. So you can stack it up like this. Like I say, it's ugly. So that there in itself just added probably an extra 200k to that corner, and then they've still got to go through this one, which is 3, and then they've got to do splash damage to these. So that's one option to cover it, but like I say, it's a bit ugly. You can use a variation of both of these, I'm going to show you as well. This would be the ideal one that they need to take out. So what we do with this one, my preferred way of doing it is to just make it as difficult as possible to plant bombs, especially if it's going to be at ground level, this base. So what you want to do, you want to stack it out one first. You'll see why after. So stack it out one. Now you want to lower the foundation a little bit. I mean, you can keep it same level if you want. It just separates from your main base. So we'll lower it down one. Get rid of that. Put it back. Like I say, you don't have to lower the foundation. It works the exact same way. I'm just showing that you can do this at different levels and raise it up if you need to. So, same principle with this, just stack it out. Now you can go all the way down if you want. With these, it doesn't matter, it just means they can't plant bombs next to your base. That's all it's for. So now, see what I mean? So this covers your corner. Alright, so another method for building HP around your corners. I think you just got to get creative with it. If you've got enough resources, you could do something like this. So scale this one back, don't put this one in here, because it sticks out. So start your foundation, go across. Oops, not that one. 3 there, 2, 3. Alright, so that's your entire corner covered. Always reinforce your foundations, whatever you do with fence foundations, it just adds HP. So there we go, we've got good coverage on the corner at the moment. So then you add gate frames. You'll have seen this if you watch my videos in a different build, but it's just a variation of it. If it'll snap, please. Yeah. So there we go. You'll have to modify the top of your bunker for this to work, but so already you've added 200k to your corner. Oops. There we go. You can stack these ones out further as well. Do the lowered stacking so they can't actually plant bombs on it, which will work. So for your top, you'll be able to bring your inside bunker stacking up to this level as well. So you just want to seal. Before you stick your vault down, bring your stacking up. Bolt on top to protect your stacking. Have one of them on every corner. Looks a bit weird, but I'd take my chances going through normal stacking over that. You can even stack these ones further out now to line up with this and just have this as your corner. Then you get even more layers. But that, I would say, is a pretty solid corner defense. They have no easy point in. You can go one step further as well if you need to. Like I say, if you check out the Eye That Never Closes video, you can take off these drawbridges and then you can lower the foundations. You only need to lower it by one. Then you can stack doing this. If you want an easier way of stacking, go out one first. Yeah, so because you'll always come to that problem is how do you stack backwards, because this will always get in the way when you're trying to place your ceilings. So if let me give you an example just in case I'm not explaining it right. So if I lower this foundation here, how do you stack backwards? Because it'll let you put your first ceiling, your first pillar, but when you go to try and do this one further back, you'll be glitching into your base and it won't let you place it. So what you do is you stack one out first. This is a long video for just a corner, but I hope it helps. So yeah, whenever you want to stack backwards, always go out one first, even if you're lowering foundations. That way, now when you lower your foundation, which you need to, or the drawbridge won't let you place it. Yeah, this is all just so the drawbridge will go back down. So now you've lowered that, you can delete that, and then foundation, and then you get to start your stacking from there. Yeah, and then you just do the normal thing, stack outwards. Now because drawbridges and gate frames, especially gate frames that have been stacked on fence foundations, like you should every time you have a gate frame you should always have a fence foundation line on the front, because if this goes, your foundation takes over, which means this is 200k, your drawbridge is 200k, and this is 190k, so they have to do maximum damage to get in. So just stack out as far as you want. This is the last one I'll do just for an example. So there you go. So now you've got some lower stacking. Your drawbridge should go back down as soon as we've lowered it by 1. Which it does. There we go. Now, when they want to come and raid this spot, because a drawbridge has such high health, they'll want to spam bombs. But now, you can't. Yeah, so if you took this out all the way to here, let's say, and they can't plant bombs all up until this point, it means they have to arrow it. Yeah, so this is probably what I'd do if I built this on ground level. I'd have one of these on every corner, and then I would just stack out as far as your resources will take you, so they can't blow in. That'll force them to go straight through your side walls. But if you take these side walls out to this level, and have that much stacking in between, another 5 layers there, then yeah, you've got a lot of HP around your base then. So this is probably how I'd do the corner.